Welcome to another episode of Music and Film with Luana. This is season 1, episode 9, and across from me is...
Luana, welcome.
Hey guys, hope you had a great week. Well, not so great. We had this thing called coronavirus, which is not good.
Don't panic attack.
Try to be safe as much as possible. And hey, the show must go on.
Right.
So what is new this week?
So today we talk about how much music composers getting paid to write music.
Okay, very important, very important.
So, well, as you know, when you study music and when the students graduate from school, they don't have a business plan. And so you need to be a head of department, and you have to be a businessman, businesswoman, and you have to deliver things on time and on a budget. And
alright, so say for example you're a student, you just graduated from school and you want to be a music composer. Mm-hmm. You're saying they should start by doing what exactly? So they just got their degree and now the real world.
You need to have a business plan. You need to know who is your buyer, how can you approach industry
Absolutely.
people. You have to be able to work on a deadline and on a budget.
Okay.
And and also that the way you start out, you do some freebies. You need experience, you need to build a reel. That's the same with acting, same with singers, musicians.
Absolutely.
You volunteer at projects, student projects.
It's called paying your dues.
Exactly, yeah. So, and the thing is you need to approach it from a handyman position or road. Okay. And you have to be solid on your career, and there are upfront fees and 2 back-end fees.
Fees for
when you're hired to write music for a film.
So fees you charge your potential client?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So, and to get what you need, you have to fight for it. And you have to value yourself and your craft. And you have to be careful when you work for free and when you do it for a favor, because when you do it too often, people don't respect you and your craft. True. And
But what about those fees? Are you going to get into those? Like you said, you charge a front end.
I'm getting to this point. Okay. Yeah. So there's another way. The fastest way is you make friends with the director, and he takes you all the way. Mm-hmm. And it happens very rarely. It's like same with acting. When you're the way Bruce Willis got discovered, he was a bartender.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yes, and a casting director saw him and he needed somebody who plays a bartender.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but it happens really.
Was this for moonlighting?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know it was a...
I just worked with him last week on a commercial and with Zuleika Rivera.
Nice.
And he speaks German, by the way.
I think he was born in Germany.
He was born in either Overstone.
Like an air base or something? He was born in...
his father is American, his mom German. Yeah. And I talked to him in German.
Oh, nice.
Okay, back to music. So, but if you don't have the experience, there's a risk that you mess up. So, for instance, if they give you a budget for the production and you spend all the money on a big orchestra, and it can happen that the director doesn't take you serious and respect you less. So you and also for a director it sounds the same if you record with a huge orchestra or if you record with a small orchestra. For their ears everything sounds the same, or even if you use 50% like a music library with samples and 50% real musicians. So, and you have to be really clear, and you have to manage the time for the production. and that's why it's better to start from scratch, to do some freebies and to learn from musicians who are already in the industry before you meet your potential client, which is the director.
When you say the director, why not the music supervisor or someone in the music department? Why specifically the director?
Well,
why not the producer?
Well, I think director, he makes the final decision who should write the music, and because the director has his vision
or her vision
yes, and and the composer has his or her vision how to bring picture and music together.
Okay. Yeah. Now, just to back up for a second, in regards to using 50% samples and 50% original music, what would you recommend that a new composer do? Like you said, 50% live instruments and 50% like synthetic instruments.
It's important to be able to, like this music software, it's like an instrument. It's so important to know everything, to be always updated, because everybody works with a music library with samples.
Yeah.
It's common, and also it's smart to start small with just 1-2 musicians, because everybody wants to get paid.
And it's cheaper that way.
Yeah, and even if you're working on a freebie, you have to pay people.
True.
And yeah, usually what a musician charges, he charges about 1,000 a day. And
just for his or her or their services.
Yeah.
Just that person.
Yeah, for a day.
Their
day
personal rate. Okay.
Yeah. So now I'm coming to the budget. So for per half an hour of airtime, you're getting paid between $1,300 and $13,000. For a feature film, you're getting paid between $13,000 and $39,000. And for bigger budget films, the fees are between $30,000 and $250,000. And with the production budgets, it can vary from matching your fee to tripling it.
Per half hour?
No, for per half hour, it's airtime, like ads, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. And for this big budget films, it's between $20,000 and $250,000.
Per film?
Yeah, for this film.
Okay,
yeah.
got you.
Right. And and also a good advice is to invest more in finding your own voice, and don't spend too much money in orchestra, as I already mentioned. And it can perfectly work with a small orchestra, and it sounds the same for the director. Sometimes it happens that you have like 30 jobs a year, and that's when you need an assistant or several assistants. And musicians, they charge $15 to $100 an hour, which is $1,000 a day. And so once you finished your music, you have 2 rights or sides. One is mechanical, which is the recording, and the second one is publishing or performance, which is the dots. Mechanical royalties are collected in the UK by the Mechanical Copyright Protection Society, and the publishing or performance royalties are collected by the Performing Rights Society, which in the US is PR, ASCAP, BMI,
and CSAC.
Yes, and in the UK it's PRS.
Okay.
And royalties are distributed direct from
Harry Fox.
Well, from the Copyright Protection Society and Performing Rights Society, but also via the publishers and copyright owners.
Okay.
And Yeah, you can make good money for when they sell DVDs.
Yeah.
And
well, DVDs are not really selling. So
yeah,
say for example, you're composing original music for a Netflix film or a Netflix TV show. Netflix they're not really in the DVD business anymore.
Yeah.
So how would that work in terms of the income, in terms of mechanical and publishing?
Well, so it really depends. If the production pays the recordings, then the production owns the recordings. Or you can, if you're the owner of the recordings, then usually you make more money of it. And yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's smart to have your own small business and your sample libraries, and so you can provide it to other productions
and just take a royalty.
Yes, right, exactly. Yes, publishing right is like 50% and 15% publishing share worldwide.
Wait, repeat that. So you said 50% or 15?
50.
50.
Yes.
50.
50.
Okay,
50.
so you said something about the writer's share and the publisher's share. Is that?
Publishing rights is 50%.
Okay. Yep. Yeah.
Publishing share worldwide hits 50%.
So in terms of your PRO, it's broken down into two sections. You have the writer's share and the publisher's share.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely. So what most people do is if they'll set up a publishing company to collect the other 50%. So it'll be like Musician LLC. So they'll get their writer's share in their personal name and the other 50% in their company's name. Yeah.
It's smart to
definitely
be both. Okay, then we have the secondary exploration, which is when a copyright owner or publisher sells your music on for use on other projects, so you can earn more royalties. There's an example about Thomas Newman's score for American Beauty. It's a good example of something that was huge with secondary exploration.
Really? Such as what? I thought when you create like an original piece of music for a film, it stays with that film. I didn't know you could use it in another film. I wouldn't say I didn't know you can. I never like heard it before. Like American Beauty, like you're saying the composer used the same music in something else?
Yeah.
Was it a film, a TV show, or a commercial?
I have to find that out. But I can name another example. The film Dick Tracy.
Okay.
There is the song Vogue, which was written by Madonna, and the song was used again for A Devil Wears Prada with Meryl Streep. Yeah.
Well, that's different. It's not, the reason why I would say that's different is because, alright, so Madonna wrote the lyrics and the music, correct?
Yeah.
That's different. It's considered to be a song. But when someone creates like an original soundtrack when there's no lyrics,
instrumental.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't see that. So with American Beauty, was it like an original song that was used in another film?
I have to find that out.
Or was it just instrumental or music?
That's a good question. So I have to find that out.
Yeah, because I don't think I've ever seen that before. Like original music being created for this film and then used in another film. Usually you just create original music for that film. Right. But if it's like a song with lyrics and music and melody, then yes, I've seen that happen many times.
Right. Okay, so the biggest number one, worldwide hits, which everybody wants.
Absolutely.
Second, terrestrial back end, which means factual entertainment, like cooking programs, etc. And this makes you a fortune.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's playing. Cooking shows, reality shows, because it's playing again and again.
Okay. Okay.
Third, multi-episodic, like TV franchises.
Law and Order, CSI. Yeah.
Fourth, serializations, like drama series and all the episodes, episode 1 to 40 and stuff like that.
Wait, how is that different than what you just said with like Law and Order and CSI?
TV. Well, what's the difference
because
between multi-episodic and serializations?
I guess multi-episodic would be like Friends.
Yeah.
And then serialized would be like Law and Order. Because serialized basically means it's a linear story. So you can't miss like an episode and then just pick up another episode like you can do with like Seinfeld or Friends.
Right.
That's multi-episodic, I guess. Because you could watch episode 1, then watch episode 10, and you'll still be entertained, and you're not going to be lost.
I see. It's not like a gap.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Like with like Law and Order, if you miss episode 5 and just go to episode 8, you're like, whoa,
you
what's
don't
going
understand
on? Exactly.
the context.
Yeah, that's considered to be serialized drama.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fifth would be event TV feature film, and the sixth one, feature films.
Event TV could be something like America's Got Talent. Or
All the talent shows.
Yeah.
So there's also a blanket agreement. The sum of money a broadcaster pays to PRS every year to use any music they like, and PRS then works out how to divide this up amongst its members.
Wait, who's responsible for that?
Well, PRS is responsible because they have to divide how much money their members are getting. PR says PRS, which is
what is that?
Well, PRS it's in
because
in the UK. in the UK.
Yeah, it's like
Performing Rights Society.
That's for the UK, but
That's
here
for the
it's
UK.
PRO.
Performing Rights Organization.
Yes.
Okay, so PRS it's in the UK, PRO in America.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we have okay. The tail off can be quite quick, but some series and shows get repeats for years and expect to start seeing royalties 3 to 6 months after TX, which is transmission.
Okay, so if you produce it, like you said, a TV show, an episode gets aired today, you won't expect a check until 3 months from today.
3 to 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you keep getting those checks every time that episode airs.
Exactly. This is like mailbox money.
Nice, exactly.
Residual income / mailbox
income.
money.
Yeah. That's pretty good. So, say for example you're a new composer. Would you recommend them negotiate on their own behalf or get like a manager or agent or a lawyer, entertainment lawyer?
I would say when you just graduated from music high school in composing music university college where we say whatever in Europe it's different. We say different.
Wait, in Europe it's high school?
We say high school or university.
It's the same?
Yes.
Well, then I mean
university.
You guys are way more advanced anyway.
Yes,
so
university. Or like private college sometimes. So I went to a state university, so I had to do an examination in order to get accepted. And there are also private schools, entertainment schools, where you have to pay money.
Exactly, yeah. Like NYU Film School.
Yeah, right.
Or Parsons School of Design.
But it's still more cheaper than in America.
Oh, of course. Everything is. I mean, you guys also have universal health care. We don't.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, when you just graduated and you should, my advice is you have to build your own business before you approach a manager or agent, because they want to see you work and they want to see that
they want to see your portfolio.
Yes, your portfolio, and that you have the ability to do things on your own.
Even if it's music.
Yeah.
It's funny, it's called show business, and if you make music, it's something you hear, not see, but you have to be able to present something like, this is what I'm capable of.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely. So you would definitely recommend getting an agent or manager or an entertainment lawyer to negotiate for you.
Yeah.
After you've built a portfolio.
Right, like a year after or 2 years after graduation, when you performed and you're building your network.
Yes.
Yeah, towards the professional industry.
What are some like quick tips on how to network?
As I said,
as a newcomer.
As a newcomer, so it's good to already have some samples, the website, basics like business card,
absolutely,
and just be ready to work. And even if it's free, but see everything as an opportunity. And also, it's good to be in touch with film schools, with students.
Yeah.
It's also the same when you're starting out your acting career.
It's great advice.
You have your material, you have your reel, and you don't have to pay anyone to do your reel. And because you never know, when they graduate, they might hire you when they get a position for MTV or something, and then they hire. Oh, okay. I remember Luana. She worked for free on my film. She wrote the music. She acted, and I hire her. I recommend her.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's also good when you're multi-talented. So you're an actor, you're a musician, you're a songwriter, you're a composer.
Right. Nowadays you have to.
Exactly. So say, for example, you have all these skills and then you have another person who's just an actor. Most likely it'll go with you because they can hire you as an actor plus a composer plus a songwriter, you know?
Yeah.
So it's when you're multi-talented, it's beneficial.
It's
an asset. Yeah. Absolutely. And it's also great advice you gave about the meeting up with film schools, because they're always working on student projects and that. So there's always an abundance of work.
Yeah, and it's good to. I mean, they have professional equipment.
Exactly.
And
yes.
You don't have to pay any equipment.
True.
You can talk to other students who are studying composition.
Yes.
Hey, what's the best thing for do this kind of music? Or you can exchange information about equipment. And you don't mess up. If you mess up, it's not that bad as if you mess up on a paid gig.
Exactly. Messing up on a student film is okay.
It's okay, you learn,
But messing up on a multi-million-dollar film is not okay, because that hurts your reputation.
Yes,
and then those people are going to remember, oh, you messed up on my film, and then that spreads. So messing up on a student film is okay. You can just redo it.
Exactly. Yeah. There's no time limit and budget. I mean, there might be a budget, a tiny budget, but not $1 million budget.
It's way less important in terms of your ability to make a mistake.
Right.
Yeah. The risk is much lower than if someone pays you and then you mess up.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's all great advice. Plug your Instagram.
Yeah, my Instagram is luanasandra.official.
All right. Thank you guys so much. And
thank you.
We'll see you next week.
It's a vibe, Back to the vision, stone cold. I'm tripping through your soul. I'm falling through the holes in your heart. Now we all living in the bass, keep bumping, but I just can't seem to shake it off. Oh no, can't stop thinking about you. Pretty face in the body with them tattoos. When I'm chilling with you, you make me feel brand new. Am I tripping or am I in love with you?